The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Matt, you know what's crazy about ReviewParty.com?
What's that?
It's on the internet. It's a podcast, and it's got comedy. Do you ever heard of something like that? Those three things working together in tandem?
I've heard them all separate and disparate as concepts, but together, like a Venn diagram with three circles?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're cooking with gas.
Yeah, now add another pillar, so to speak.
Whoa.
We've left the trifecta territory. Now we need pillars because we're holding up something.
Okay.
We need four of them. Comedy, internet, podcast, the fourth pillar, internet reviews.
Whoa.
That's kind of the show.
We're like the four giants in Majora's Mask holding up the moon of society.
Yep, one of them is Jeff Bezos. And all his reviews from his wonderful little website.
His little cute little website. The little passion project he started.
Yeah, just as, it's kind of got a small vibe. It's really cozy.
Got a bit of a following, but, who knows? Will it go anywhere?
Someday he'll get out of that garage and on to bigger and better things. Do you want to start us out this week?
You know what? Sure. I'll start us off with a quick one, though. Just like a flash in the pan.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this is a Google review. I've been sitting on it for a while just because
keeping it warm like Mother Goose.
Yeah, it's like I'm Jack in the beanstalk and I've got my magic beans, but I decided not. It's not the growing season. I'm not going to plant this just yet.
This is an adventure for another day.
It'll probably grow into something fun, but if I time it wrong, who knows? Anyway, this is a Google review of Stonehenge, historical landmark, Google tells me. Google user AR writes, I visited when I was a child because my parents made me go. It is so boring that I still think about it to this day. 1 star. As a geographer, I would probably love to go stare at some rocks. That's just me. But also knowing how possibly tourist infested it is, how hidden that probably is. Just like going to the pyramids. I'm sure it's awful because there's the whole tourist side I don't even know about.
Right. It loses its mystique when there's an amusement park surrounding it.
Right. When you're sitting in the Starbucks and you're like, yeah, that's a good view of the pyramids.
Yeah, it kind of takes away from it. If I went somewhere like Mount Rushmore, I don't know, I'd kind of like to see Mount Rushmore.
I've seen it. It's pretty neat.
There's probably been family gatherings I didn't want to be at when I was a kid where I felt this, but them being boring and forgetful go hand in hand. I think I guess how I would say it.
Yeah. If something's boring, it drifts away. It fades into the shadows of your memory. You never hear from it again.
I've been bored a lot of my life, but I can't. I can barely think of a time where I was so bored that I was upset. Let alone so bored that it went the reverse and it burned itself in my memory every waking moment, every minute, every second ticking back of this boringness.
If it's boring, it's unremarkable. So why does it stick out in your memory so much?
Yeah, I think it might be something you might want to see a doctor about.
There's something buried there, and I'm not talking about Stonehenge. I'm talking about your psyche, AR.
There probably is something buried at Stonehenge, something weird.
Some other rocks, I think. I think they've done some some remote sensing, some ground penetrating radar, if you know, if you catch my drift.
That doesn't sound boring.
That doesn't sound
wicked.
boring. And in fact, as soon as you said Mount Rushmore, I'm like, yeah, one of the coolest things I learned about Mount Rushmore when I was there is that they intended it to be like from sternum up, maybe even more
really?
of the bodies of those 4 dudes. But that's all they got done. And I don't remember the reason they stopped, probably because something like that is very expensive and labor intensive and dangerous. But there's a model inside showing what it was supposed to look like. And you're like, dang, you can see George's pecs just busting up.
What's that movie? I think that has Macaulay Culkin in it. That ends
Richie Rich.
Does Richie Rich end with a scene on Mount Rushmore? Because doesn't his parents' Rich's vault is like behind George Washington's head?
I don't know if it was Mount Rushmore or just like their own personal,
they're
just
their
like
own
their
little
family.
Rushmore.
I can't remember.
Either way, that was so boring. It's impressive. No, not even that boring. The rest of the movie, which is boring, I don't remember, but I do remember that sweet Mount Rushmore scene because it wasn't boring.
He had a McDonald's in his mansion.
I kind of remember that.
And there was like some catapult thing. And beyond that, yeah, I don't remember much other than, I don't know, slightly being disappointed that Macaulay Culkin was older than he was in Home Alone. Like, I just don't identify with him as much.
With the passing of time.
Yeah. If only his age were trapped forever.
It was like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
I was going to say, or Finn the Human. I'm pretty sure Finn, that in Adventure Time, they age pretty realistically. Unless they're magical and not supposed to. Like Jake. I have a review, I think.
Yeah?
I think I have one here. This one's also kind of short and sweet. I'm going to prove it here. From Amazon, I have a review. Okay, for Indomie Mio-Rain stir-fry noodles, halal certified original flavor, 10 count. I think I did a finisher featuring these a few days ago. I have a review here from Robert C. Really good noodles, poor handling, he titles it. They write, my kids and I love these things. None of the grocery stores around me carry them, so I always buy on Amazon. Usually it works out just fine, but this time they were destroyed. So far, every pack has been absolutely demolished. Haven't had a single noodle longer than 2 centimeters in this box. They still taste good, though. 4 stars.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess that takes out of the experience of it.
If you can't slurp the noodles, are you really having ramen noodles? I think is probably what he's realizing.
Boy. Is he measuring these? He's got a caliper?
None of these are longer than 2 centimeters.
Might as well be eating slop.
I mean, eating cut up noodles is at that point it's just a rice dish, kind of. They're pretty close
rice
to it.
Dish.
Short noodles to me is just rice, but different texture. Which the flavor mixed packet would probably be just fine with some rice too. Or some noodles that are cut up to the size of rice so you can eat it like rice. I'm just not that picky, I guess. But you're right, it would. The slurping. The slurp.
Slurp's fun. And I would be upset too. I do like that he still gave it 4 stars and was like, it still tastes good, but I was inconvenienced.
He's not wasting his food.
Didn't necessarily get what I wanted.
And what I want is a noodle longer than this here, perfectly sized 2 centimeter noodle, which I use to compare other noodles to make sure they are longer than the absolute minimal 2 centimeter noodle I have here. Look at how indiscriminate this is.
Yeah, if I ordered a box of Kraft mac and cheese and like it got tussled in the delivery process and they were all like split, you know how sometimes they get when you cook them?
I was just gonna say the worst would be I wouldn't be mad if they were cracked in half if they were just smaller or shorter, but the split so there's no tube. They become a half pipe. That's what I don't want.
They're sticking to my tongue and clinging to my cheek.
Yeah, I
can't enjoy that.
They're grabbing at you like little Lego figure hands.
I want those things to be able to slide onto the tines of my fork. I want to have one just in my lips and go like a little straw just for a moment.
The smallest whistle ever heard.
But a tasty one.
That's a tasty, cheesy whistle. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd knock a star off for that. I would.
I think it's fair. What do you think happened to this particular box? Because they've ordered from Amazon before, and it's been great.
Can you tell me when this review is left?
This was left October 30th, 2022. Hot off the presses here.
Okay. I'm just going to put it out there. Delivery, we've all been ordering our groceries a lot more lately. Mm. But the deliverers, the packers, they've stopped caring. They throwing things in the box, cans, broccoli. I don't know what they're throwing. They're just chucking everything in a box. And you look, oh my, we had a box of Target groceries and it was sagging open. Did they just like back the truck up and kick it off? It was bad. I took a picture of it. I'm like, in case anything's wrong in here, I'm taking a picture of the state of this box.
What happened here?
Upon delivery, it is...
Someone may have to answer for this.
Taped up. What happened? And I just... yes, 2 days ago, recently on Instagram, at reviewparty.com, nerds, a 1-star Monday was the V8 juice slamming against someone's packages of cookies.
What's this world coming to is what you're getting at.
Put those stuff together. Because that's how we get chaos.
When you said broccoli being thrown around, I just pictured a guy sorting packages randomly. You know, it's the packages are filling from the tube in the ceiling that shoots them out.
Right.
It's filling up faster than he can sort them. So he's just having to throw some stuff around, and just instead of another cardboard box coming out of the tube, just a big piece of broccoli. Like a boulder-sized broccoli falls out, and he's like, "What broccoli? What am I going to do with this?" And he throws it, and it smashes. And then cut to someone receiving their broccoli in the mail. Why is this I ordered a big broccoli. This is a bunch of small broccolis.
Knock off a star.
Knock off a star.
You gotta do it.
I could still eat the broccoli, but I wanted the big broccoli. I'm just gonna knock off a star here. I hope you can all understand. Because a little broccoli still tasted good, but it's the big broccoli effect.
There's nothing like opening up your Amazon package and seeing a big old hunk of broccoli staring at you.
It's a good feeling. It's seeing that big broccoli in a box all intact gives me the same feeling as the smell of a new pack of Pokemon cards.
Ooh.
Yep. Nothing better.
It's been a while for me.
You slowly cut the top with scissors so you don't have to mess up the pack when you take them out. And then that smell just starts to waft out. Snort that thing like a crackhead, dude.
Find those shinies in there.
Yeah, I can smell if it's got a holographic or not, even before I look. And before anyone says anything, I know all Pokemon cards have one holographic in it. I'm not stupid. So this is a joke show. This is a comedy hour.
Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha. Matt, do you have a review?
I do. I have a review for a familiar face here. It's an Amazon review for none other than Adatoy Plush Uterus, Ivy the Uterus, Stuffed Toy 12-inch After Surgery Pal Hysterectomy, and Endometriosis, Fallopian Tubes, Ovaries, Gynecologist Surgeon Gift. It is my favorite stuffed uterus animal.
These stuffed organs, they've been featured on the show so much, they're a friend of the show at this point.
Yeah, practically a friend of the show.
just like animal shifting romance.
Yes, near and dear to our hearts. I forgot this reviewer's name, and I'm wondering if that's a joke or serious, but this is a review from Dick Johnson.
Sorry if that's your real name, Dick. We don't mean to laugh. I'm sure you get this a lot, though.
I'm sure Dick does get it a lot because, it's an Ivy the Uterus. Dick titles his review, Must Have When Studying Maternity, and writes, as a male student nurse, I actually got this item as an anchor in maternity clinical. Let me tell you, even though I do not have a uterus myself, I found this plushy uterus to serve as an awesome companion when studying for my maternity exams. The professors chuckled when they saw it, but were so intrigued at the level of detail for a plush toy. 5 stars.
There's a level of anatomical correctness that even professors in the field
Apparently so.
respect.
You might chuckle at first, but hang on.
It's hard for me to believe as a male that went through American public schools that you need to know more about the ovaries than just that it's there and where it is. You know, having more knowledge about the ovaries than that is just totally, and sadly, is really my point, out of my realm of knowledge possibility.
That kind of information is dangerous, where I come from.
Right. Knowing the ovaries' different sub-parts and how they work together, I don't think my male public school brain could handle it. The very fabric of society may start to crumble if I am privy to that knowledge.
Fallopian tubes? They mean like macaroni? Is it the same thing?
You don't want them split, right? Because
you don't want them split. I understand that. You don't want
half-type fallopian tubes. You don't want Tony Hawk trying to do them a twist up and down those suckers. You don't want the Terminator to be having a motorcycle and semi-truck action scene chase through your fallopian
tubes. Your tubes? No way.
Not through the tubes. I think that's kind of what, from what my better half describes, that's sort of what that time of the month feels like.
No kidding.
Like there's a Terminator action scene happening inside your fallopian tubes.
I mean, that's one of the sickest scenes of the movie. That's got a lot of sick scenes. What am I talking about? That whole movie.
I mean, that's the Terminator 2, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it happened in 1 too, but I can really picture it in 2. I think it happened. It happens in 3. They reprise it in 3 for sure. But it coined the I've got a flower box I'm bringing somewhere. JK, there's a shotgun inside of it. Let me take this shotgun out of the flower box in slow motion so all the flowers are falling around me while I blow this guy's head off.
Bit of a kaplow.
As we say in the industry, Bond, that's a bit of a kaplow. All right, let's do another take, everybody, from the top.
Well,
you brought the kaplow. This time I want you boys to make sure you do not forget your blueies, all right? I know it's another thing, but we gotta get both.
That's when the guy, flies backwards. Kaplow is just sort of stumble. Kablooey, he goes, yeah!
I wonder what term they use for when the liquid metal guy arm turned the swords and he stabs someone in the head.
Oh, God.
That's sort of a, whoa! All right, on this whole scene, everybody, pay close attention. Extras, you too. This whole scene is building up to a big wow moment. Okay,
don't break during the slink, because we know that's gonna turn you.
There's whole classes in film school dedicated to the wow moment. You know what I mean?
It'll
make or break a film. Yep. I think in Terminator, Christian Bale, I think that's the official subtitle of that one. Terminator Christian Bale, the whoa moment is when they're outside their, I don't remember why, obviously that's not important, but outside their base, like 1,000 huge bombs go off, all in as like a defense. Like they're proximity mines that explode to keep away bad guys. And it's just like, you just are watching like 7 explosions happen in a row. And it's like, whoa.
That good old wave explosion.
Yeah, wave of, WOE, wave of explosions. I can almost I can almost feel the flames on my face. Oh no, wait, that's just the popcorn stuck in my beard. Still warm. Is that all we got to say about
I think so, about good old Ivy. About Dearest.
Yeah. Alright, I got a review we can hop into. This one will fit in here nicely. This is a review again from Amazon for the Findway Ski Goggles OTG Over Glasses Snowboard Goggles for men, women, and youth. 100% UV protection. So these are some goggles. They're kind of built so you can have glasses underneath them too.
Nice.
But don't take my word for it. Take Marcia B. Graff's word for it. She titles the review, Well-Made Snow Goggles. The color she got, in case you're curious, is the A10 White Silver VLT 21%.
Good choice.
Good job. I prefer a strong like 23, 24%, but, teach their own. She writes, these were highly recommended. They arrived well packaged and ready to go. I have not used yet, but bought to use to protect eyes from wind and glare in Antarctica. They should easily do just that. 5 stars.
Dope. Wow. Marsha's cool.
Right. So cool she needs to reside in the coolest country for a little bit, it seems like.
Otherwise, she'd be less cool. But though, on that note, not many people are selected to go to Antarctica.
Right, it's a small club.
Small little exclusive club. Generally, scientists, and people who cook for scientists.
And I think a lot of times the scientists be cooking for themselves.
Yeah.
On those kind of trips, anyway. Sort of, okay, this week old, we got the biologists on cooking duty. Oh boy. Don't get me started on there. I don't know what a biologist cook. Nothing good.
Impossible burgers? I don't know.
Impossible burgers. It's impossible that food could taste this bad. Yuck. Hey, shut up, geologists. Geologists are always making fun of the biologists.
Oh, they gotta, rub their face in dirt. See, you like that? I can tell you exactly what it is.
Let me just take a taste. They're also weird.
Fine, silt loam. The point I was going to make is that these are smart people, and I feel a little bit concerned that she's buying these on Amazon and not getting them from like a reputable scientific or alpine, Arctic, Antarctic supplier, purveyor of goods built for Antarctic dwellings.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, when you are in Antarctica and you do not have the proper eyewear, your eyeballs can just freeze. Your eyeballs can just become ice balls.
Pretty cold down there, last I heard.
Yeah, for my money, that's something I don't want happening to my eyeballs.
It's not a preference. I prefer not to have my eyeballs frozen.
That's right, turn to glass.
Bright out there? So bright.
The brightest.
A lot of white snow and blue skies. This is bright.
So, yeah, I don't know if I'd be trusting Amazon like for product descriptions to make sure that they're good for. That's exactly what made me take this review.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to the moon. These sick boots should do me just fine. No, don't.
No, it said on Amazon they're airtight. I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro.
You know how they're always talking about designed by NASA engineers? It was on sale, though.
Frankie, I know you think you know everything because you freaking work at NASA. Well, I do too, and these boots are fine.
You laughed when I bought those yoga pants that made my butt look like, you know?
Scientific. We call them anti-gravity because the lift was out of this world.
So I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I really hope that Marcia didn't get there and these goggles didn't quite work out for her, you know?
How are you going to return it from Antarctica?
That too.
I don't think he got 2-day shipping.
Not only can she not leave the base and participate in the scientific studies that she went there for because her eyeballs will freeze, she can't even send it back.
She can't send it back. She can't get a new one. They don't have a Walmart down there. They've got some little canteen with a little like, oh, you want some chapstick? We got some chapstick, but it's just Carmex. No flavor. Sorry. Slather this petroleum jelly all over your face. Otherwise, it'll freeze.
Yeah, Marcia is busy buying goggles that are not even going to work, while the smart scientists are buying good brand chapstick.
Because they know.
They know that all they're going to get is nasty, scentless, freaking Carmex. No, you got to go to the health food grocery store. Get one of their brands. Some lemon vanilla, something crazy like that. Eucalyptus. You're going to be hankering that kind of warm stuff.
Some freshness, yeah.
Some freshness.
Freshness down there.
Yeah, the only air you're going to be breathing is through 10 inches of freaking scarves or some stale ass inside the base air.
Hey, guess who cooked Impossible Burgers again?
The freaking biologists.
Oh, God.
They're going to be, the latrine's going to be stinking tonight, gamers, and these goggles ain't going to help you. Is it break time?
I think it might be close to break time, yeah?
Good, I'm tired of talking about stinking dumb Antarctica scientists.
What a loser.
That's one of my pet peeves. The scientists in Antarctica that are also dumb.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to the editor's desk. I have some, just been handed a slip of paper. I've got some corrections to make. The word that Matt was searching for in episode 128 was not diaspora, as he realized when he read the definition.
You know what? I looked that word up in the edit too, so I know it's about to happen, because I was like...
For those who don't know, diaspora... refers to the dispersion of the Jewish people beyond Israel. The word Matt was looking for was miasma.
Miasma. Very cool word.
Also a very cool word, which means a highly unpleasant or unhealthy smell or vapor, which would apply to some nasty, rotten turkey sticks.
Turkey so bad that it made the Jews leave Israel.
Yeah. So apologies for that mistake. Trust me, I realized it soon after.
I could have cut it, but I thought the blunder was funny enough for the knowers. The knowers would enjoy it.
I enjoyed when I could hear myself realize. Also, a few episodes prior, I said someone referred to me as a weird little man. It has since been pointed out to me that I was actually referred to as a weird little guy, which is obviously worse. So
that is kind of worse.
I wanted to clear that up.
What a weird little guy. It's kind of more derogatory in some sort
a little bit. In any case, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Reviewer Redux.
Woo!
This is the segment where we invite back. Not really. We just go and find some reviewers that we liked, and we read more reviews by them. This week, it's a reviewer hot off the presses. This is none other than our dear friend, speaking of rotten turkey sticks, Nicole 71666, who had the misfortune to sleepwalk, sleep creep, and sleep snack on some nasty, rotten turkey sticks.
We're getting some more lore from Miss Turkey Stick. I love it.
We're getting some dang lore. She seems like a character. So once again, Amazon reviews from Nicole71666. First up, I have her review of the Luvamia denim dress for women, baby doll flowy cute jean shirt dresses, long sleeves.
Baby doll cute flowy jean dress.
Yeah, it'd be a short, like a shirt dress thing made of jeans. Nicole titles her review, "The most comfortable, beautiful dress I've ever blind bought." Which, I guess in these days, you technically are blind buying things. You see pictures, but
you can't trust those pictures. You can't trust them. Time.
You can't. I didn't even see this. Nicole bought the foxy gray color.
Oh, foxy.
And she writes, "I don't normally rave about dresses. I am a special educator and look homeless half the time because I'm run ragged.
Okay.
I don't like dresses on me and never really have. I look boxy and, in my honest opinion, kind of manly because I'm strong built. This dress is most definitely the most beautiful and easily pair-friendly dress I've ever owned. It's affordable and really fits so many shapes and sizes. I'm very impressed. 5 stars.
Can you read that first sentence of the review for me again?
I don't normally rave about dresses. I am a special educator and look homeless half the time because I'm run ragged.
I do not normally rave about dresses.
Okay.
Something about that sentence is just kind of wild to me. I don't normally... Who does? Who are these army of people raving about dresses on the reg?
Right. On the reg is the functional term there. The phrase. Right. The active phrase.
Who's getting together with their friends and having a conversation often about dress ravings?
Right. Doesn't happen often. You see a friend and you're with a group of young ladies or women regardless of their age, whoever they are, and someone says, "Oh, that's a cute dress," and she says, "Oh, it has pockets," and that's where the rave ends.
They say, "Oh, that's all." Everyone says that's awesome, and that's the end. If that's the standard nice dress conversation, hey, nice dress, thanks, it has pockets, awesome. That's 3-line scene.
Wow, looks great.
Small talk accomplished. Let's get on with the real shit. That real is where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, that's right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nicole has this weird image of people just talking about dresses all the time. People that like dresses are also having entire discussions
on their stoops. Where's the evening edition of Dresses Nightly? Gotta get the news.
Nightly.
Ready to rave.
I've read the last Peterman catalog 7 times. Like, running out of material.
I haven't gotten one of those in the mail lately. That's a segment we haven't had.
Come on, Peterman. Get it together.
We'll get it together and read another review from Nicole. This is for the Famu Lily women's cozy, soft, fuzzy pants, warm winter loungewear, casual, high-waisted PJs pants with cuff. They are some warm, like, yoga/pajama pants.
Some fuzzy pants.
Nicole titles her review, "Size Up," and writes, "Love them, but I'd suggest sizing up if you have an ass or curves. LOL. 4 stars.
Sorry.
It's a joke.
We're laughing.
But when it comes to real laughs, I guess Nicole's getting them here. I'm not sure in which order to read these last two, because it's strange. But I'll go in chronological order. This is the one that comes first, May 15th, 2022. Nicole's review for the Vaken Ultra Slim Bidet Attachment for Toilet, Dual Nozzle, Feminine/Posterior Wash,
Absolutely.
Hygienic Bidet, Adjustable Water Pressure, and then it spells bidet like 4 different ways. Bidet, toilet with brass inlet. They're just counting on idiots. Well, people to be idiots and not know how to spell bidet. This is a fancy...
Idiots should have bidets too. In fact, I'd prefer if more idiots had bidets to make sure
Yeah.
the idiots are wiping good.
I don't even know. I don't.
Stinky butted. What? The only thing worse than an idiot is an idiot with a stinky butt.
Yeah. Yeah. Nicole titles her review for this bidet. I've had it since February and it cracked. Nicole writes, let me start by saying it was a good, decent product when I bought it. You do have to get used to the control because the pressure is really hard. Oh, well. It squirts my 6-year-old across the bathroom in the face when I tested it manually to make sure it worked after I installed it. Laugh cry emoji. It will send you off the toilet. Also, if you don't like cold water, don't get it because it is cold water only. Which I actually don't mind because who doesn't like cold water sprayed up your butt at 5 a.m. for a good wake-up call? Laugh cry. All in all, I can't really give it a good review though. It's broken as of today. I sat down to use the bathroom this morning and cold water not only shot up my back, but onto the ceiling and into the back of my hair. Vomit emoji. Yum, lol. Lasted a solid 2.5 months, 2 stars.
Now, as you know, Matt, and most of the listeners, I studied abroad in Japan.
You did?
I did a homestay experience, which means I had a bidet for a year of my life. And
dude,
my ass was the happiest it's ever been for that year of my life. It's wonderful. But I will say, well, before that, I guess we'll get into the pressure, the intense pressure of this. I might prefer. I always hit the pressure to max. I might not start on max. I might work up. You know what I mean?
Ramp it up, yeah.
Right.
You got to turn that throttle.
Yeah, I'm sort of sliding up and down the pressure setting like a Eddie Van Halen doing a guitar solo.
Yeah,
you know
a bit of a
mean?
maestro going off there.
Pressure up and down. Just that stream. So if much like Kramer looking for an
good
elephant shower head.
Yeah.
I think I might, instead of getting rid of the bidet that's shooting me across the room with its pressure, I might just install some bars to hold on to secure myself to be able to withstand the fire hose trying to blast me across my bathroom.
It does sound fun.
But the other thing I was going to say is, I guess cold water is going to get the job done, but it's a lot like a shower,
Mm-hmm.
In that sort of situation, do you want the of the cold water, or do you want the of the comforting warm water?
Somewhere in between, sort of like a pool water temperature.
Sure. Some room temp up the cooter, that might work all right.
So for the final review, this one, October 27th, 2022, so barely a month old now. This time, it sounds like she got a replacement because this is a review for the American Standard 5900 AO 5G.020 Aqua Wash non-electric bidet seat for elongated toilets, 14.9 inches wide by 3.6 inches tall, 21.1 inches deep. White.
Sounds like she got one with very specific specs for her toilet situation.
Yeah, she got one of those long toilets. She titles her review, Best Bidet for Price Point If You Like to Be Clean. Laugh, cry, roll emoji. She writes, the first day I installed it, I wanted to show my 7-year-old because I was excited. He stood about 5 feet away in direct line as I hit full force and drowned him with a full-on icy spray of toilet water. He never expected because he's never seen water shoot out of a toilet. 20 out of 10, 5 stars.
What? Why are you torturing your child with piss super soaker, dude?
Yeah, I am so confused because in the other review, she talks about squirting her 6-year-old across the bathroom. I don't know how many kids she has. This was only half a year apart. Maybe the kid went from 6 to 7 and also forgot that mom likes to squirt you in the face from the toilet.
Or this is all a fib. This is all an elaborate lie. As she was writing the review, she thought, we need some spice in this review. Wouldn't it be funny if this launched my little 6-year-old? And then a year later, forgetting about her great launching the 6-year-old bit, she did. Wouldn't it be hilarious? She had a sort of she inceptioned herself.
Bit of plagiarizing yourself unknowingly.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if I shot my idiot little 7-year-old in the face with this pee-pee water?
Maybe. That I did now remember something I wanted to talk about from the prior one. She said it's broken as of today. She's writing the maybe she's on the can as she wrote that thing. Sat down and
yeah, that reminds me of something I want to talk about with that review. It was like, you think that thing was just being overworked. There was too much cleaning to be done.
Oh no.
And it just started to crack under the pressure, literally.
Oh yeah, sort of like those satisfying videos you can find on TikTok and elsewhere where there's a drain that's clogged.
Oh,
or there's a pipe, and you see the guy poking in the pipe, and clumps start coming out, and then it just
right
it bursts forth.
Once that key, that mother rock, that mother part of the clog,
keystone,
the mother clump falls, then it's just the dam is broken.
It could have been what happened here.
It could have been.
So that's Nicole 71666.
Before we go on, one last thing.
Yeah.
I am pro bidet. But Nicole said, if you like to be clean, it's a great bidet. She used, it's a great bidet if you like to be clean. And it just got me thinking, having a bidet makes getting clean easier. But you should not need it to be clean. You should be just fine without a bidet. You know what I'm saying?
Should also generally want to be clean.
That's a human want that people should have.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to take a shower after this episode, especially now after these stinking reviews. Thanks, Nicole.
Bye, Nicole.
Good riddance. I have a review I'd love for us to talk about here. This is a review. Well, I was from Yelp. I was on Yelp looking at Asian restaurants in Milwaukee, and all of them were just sort of good reviews for good restaurants. This is what I had. This is what I liked. This is why I liked it.
Okay.
And, the bad ones are sort of uncouth, and I sort of don't like to do negative reviews for small businesses.
Right, yeah.
All the time. And I was like, well, I'm kind of barking up the wrong tree here, aren't I? When I had that thought is when I looked to the right of the screen and it had an advertisement for a Taco Bell in Milwaukee with 2 stars average.
Oh no.
And I thought, that's not a small business.
They can take a couple of shots on the chin.
Yep. So this is a review from Yelp for the Taco Bell in Milwaukee, for one of the Taco Bells in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This review is by Collie M. She writes, "What a horrible Taco Bell. Tried to order delivery through their recommended DoorDash, but my $75 order was canceled by this Taco Bell as our driver arrived. Earlier, my sister watched a guy walk from his car, take an order, pour a Baja Blast, and walk back out to his car with his baby mama. What a joke this place is. I'll overpay for tacos elsewhere. 1 star."
Well, at this point in my life, I'm not a father. But I imagine when that day comes, Daddy's gonna need a little Baja Blast to put some pep in his step. I don't have a baby mama, but if I did, either her or me, we're gonna need that Baja.
Just to make it through the day, I'm gonna have to put the Baja on blast. Okay, that's just something Daddy needs to do to keep going in this world.
And I'll show up for work. We'll work it done. I'm here.
I'm not sure if she's implying that this guy stole an order. That's one option, right?
Took
He
an
walked
order.
in, took it, helped himself to a baja, which we've already established. The establishment continues that he needed that blast, all right?
Yeah.
Whether or not he paid for it, he needed it, and walked out. But that makes me just think, or maybe she's implying, while the Taco Bell had, even though they canceled my order, they had plenty of time. This guy walked in and just got his order just fine. Why they need to cancel mine?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what she's saying. But if he stole it, or if he ordered it and just went in, or I'm thinking either way, the option is he ordered it. He went in and grabbed his order with his name on it. Got himself a Baja Blast that he paid for in the app and left, bro. That's how getting food works now.
Okay, I understood it as taking an order like he works there.
Oh, he jumped behind the counter, took an order for him, got himself a blast as a reward.
And then dipped back outside.
Dipped back down. This is a little busy. Let me take care of these few cashiering orders here before I go see what's up to my baby mama. I'm getting my Baja either way, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, depending on where it is in Milwaukee, but in my mind, I just have like, I have cops in my mind. So beautiful trees outside and parked under a tree or something. And go out there. It's probably not where this Taco Bell is, but you never know. Maybe it's a nice day outside. Sit with the windows rolled down.
Actually, this Taco Bell is the one that it looks like on the Marquette University campus.
Oh, hey.
And I happen to know that area of Milwaukee is the ghetto.
Oh.
So.
Hey.
This Taco Bell. Yeah, might not be one of the, quote, nice ones.
Doesn't mean it's not scenic.
I don't. Actually,
there's scenery.
There's a photo of someone getting married here in 2011, so I don't think you do that at a Taco Bell. That isn't nice.
I love that.
Or I should say just getting a wedding photo. I don't know if the ceremony was necessarily there. But there's a bride kissing a groom in this Taco Bell.
Getting ready to be babies' mamas and babies' daddies.
But imagine being okay. So let's get we've explored the mystery of this man and his blast. There's a few variables that we think could have happened. But I think what's even less of a mystery is her $75 Taco Bell order getting canceled. They probably just didn't want to make that shit.
That's a lot of food, I bet.
They're probably like, damn, this bitch ordered 5 Crunch Wraps.
They've never done that in their lives.
Yeah, that's how many Crunch Wraps I made this week. I ain't doing that.
Gotta get more stock out of the ice box or something.
Right.
Nah.
We gotta unfreeze 6 more gorditas.
Nah, that's not happening.
Nah, this lady's crazy. Cancel. Boop.
Cancel.
Boop. If I was the manager, I'd be boop. Hit that. We got other shit to deal with, lady.
Like getting those cinnamon curls out the door.
Right. The business is just fine without Collie's $100 order here. That's just a pain in my rear. Do you have a quick review?
Mostly quick. I think this one's just a very, very similar tone to to that Taco Bell review. It's a review of Walgreens in Waukegan, Illinois.
Another lovely.
The wonderful city where I work.
Yep, no crime happens there.
Well, this is Thrax 3300's review, a Google review of this Walgreens.
Well, one crime has happened so far. That guy's username.
Yeah. And honestly, one of my coworkers like, I don't know about that Walgreens. Thrax has their own take on it.
Sure.
Thrax writes, "This is the most unprofessional Walgreens I've ever been to. There are employees that don't wear their uniform. I thought the store was getting robbed. No one has a key to any of the boxes. Management doesn't care to help anyone out. And when you ask for a store supervisor, they say no one is in. 1 star.
Now, what I see here, what my eagle eyes see in this review.
I wanted your perspective on this.
Yeah. is Thrax is making a series of mistakes in his life, right?
Sure.
It seems like he has the experience of multiple instances of ridiculousness at this Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
He's been here multiple times, and he can't get stuff he wants because they don't have keys for the cabinets. Managers have been telling him off and have been lazy. Thrax just keeps going back to this abuse, doesn't he?
Yep, that's his first mistake, being in Waukegan. There's a couple of good restaurants. Beyond that, the lake is pretty to look at. I wouldn't swim there.
Yeah, he's in Waukegan, and he's going to the Walgreens in Waukegan, and I'm getting from this review, this is more than 3 instances. If I'm going to a business and fucked up shit is happening 3 times, that's a strike you're out, baby.
Yeah.
I can find a different Walgreens in Illinois.
Not playing this game anymore.
All right, there's a Walgreens on every other city block in that fucking state. I will find.
Seriously.
I'll be good, dude.
We are the home of Walgreens.
Once that 4th shitty things happens at a business to you, that's no longer the business's fault at all. That's your dumbass fault, and you need to just speak with your dollar and with your time and stop going there. That's how people's precious capitalism is supposed to work, and yet they demand that every business be perfect for them. That is just go somewhere else, dude. Just there's a CVS around the corner, bro. What's this review gonna change about that Walgreens? Nothing.
Nothing. It's not going anywhere.
Thrax is just wasting more of their time.
It is a Walgreens with a 2.2 rating.
Right.
But it's not going anywhere.
It's a total, it's not me, it's them. You could have walked away with your pride intact and your intelligence, all that stuff. But once you go in that 4th time, it's you. It's you, dude. You're doing it to yourself. At least Carly only went to only ordered $200 worth of Taco Bell and got pissed that they wouldn't make it one time. You know.
Right. You get burned. You say, don't touch the stove again.
Exactly. This dude's touching the stove every week, and it's like, this shit will not stop hurting me. This stove will not get my cigarettes out of the locked case. All right. I think that's enough for reviewing of the parties for this week, don't you think?
I think so.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to reviewparty.com. Thanks for making it to the end of the episode. We love you. We appreciate you. Hope you had some fun.
I know I did.
Do you know that? Do you know that?
I believe I did.
In my deepest heart of hearts, I believe that fun was had today.
Okay, I'm scrolling down at all these horrible 1-star reviews, and I'm not going to read one, but I just saw someone spell pharmacy with an F, and I like that it's pharmacy.
Listen, I went down to the pharmacy. They call it a pharmacy. They got everything you would want from the farm all the way to the sea. We got more comedy just like this every Tuesday. That's right. Hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day. Every Tuesday morning, we'll have a new episode sitting in your preferred podcast hopper to sing into your ears and tickle all the various funny bones in your body.
Say pal, say friend, say
oh yeah, send us a review.
Yeah, send us a review.
At gmail.com.
Or review us yourselves on various applications. You can do that on Apple Podcasts. You can do that on Spotify if you use the app. You can give us a little rating there. Or Good Pods or Pod Chaser. Those are places where you can review this very show about reviews. And if we find out about it, maybe we'll read it on this very show about reviews.
Yeah, we are the review podcast, so it would be wicked to have lots of reviews. All pumping up those stars all over the stratosphere. And if you enjoy this show every week for free, then it's a small token of appreciation. Leave some stars on some various corners of the internet.
Do it. If that's not quite your pace, not quite your game, we understand. You can interact with us and find us on social media at reviewparty.com on Instagram, like I said, and TikTok, at reviewpartypod on Twitter. We've also got a YouTube out there if you're curious to check that out. But we know you want to check out the website, reviewparty.com. Click on every single thing you see. You're going to find episodes. You're going to find the blog. You're going to find the shop. You're going to find this. Sign up for the newsletter. You're going to have a grand old time and a grand new time at the same time.
Absolutely.
And if you click on the About Us, I think there's a Friends of the Podcast. I don't know who might fall under that section. Do you have any guesses, Brent?
Oh, that was a segue? I thought you were actually doing the thing. Nosebleeds might be there. They're friends of the podcast because they make good music and they're our friends. And also, they let us use their theme song. Use one of their songs as our theme song, Bread for Breakfast. You've heard it throughout the episode. It's good, right? You can hear more good, right tunes from them on Spotify. Just search Nosebleeds, one word. We already talked about leaving some stars for the podcast. No, you can also do subscribe, follow. I don't know what the button is on the place you listen to podcasts, but you know what it is, so hit it. All right. All that being said, I have a review to finish us out here. This is a review from Amazon for the Kasofu Tortilla Blanket, double-sided giant flour tortilla floor blanket, novelty tortilla blanket for your family. 285 GSM soft and comfortable flannel taco blanket.
That felt a little aggressive. It's for your family, okay?
It's for your family. This review is written by Wendy R. She titles it Absolutely Love It. She writes, I bought this as a gift for my daughter. She loves it and tells me I'm going to my room to wrap up like a burrito. She literally means she will be using her blanket to get cozy. Best gift ever. 5 stars.
I would laugh, but I would have to explain what's funny.